I'm just making these videos as like a diary for myself, but if anyone else cares, then you're welcome to it. Um, Here I'm trading Australia 200. I've got a big blue band, but the target is way up there, which is not as nice as we like. So I'm just gonna set an alert here and say maybe pullback. And that's my entry there, but the trouble is we're supposed to be able to reach up here, but the price hasn't been up there in the past, so probably we could only reach that or that, so nothing to do. So that's why I put check PPA target, looks bad. Okay, let's just go through all our stuff. Apparently I've got some. I'm going to delete all my alerts, clear them up, beep, and see how long it takes to go through on 12:05 p.m. That's a cup and handle. I can't remember how to trade cup and handle, so I'll just forget it. I'll put a little line there. We'll see what happens. Cup and handle. Let's try and get things done so we can move forward in our life. That's just a big, look, I put a little head and shoulders there, but it just hasn't broken as it keeps on going up. Delete, yes. Nothing to do. S&P 500. Although I probably should have left that line for, look, another cup and handle thing. So there was a trade that went to profit, which I wish I took. I didn't. Whoa, don't delete that. Nothing good right now. Nasdaq looks like Trump's, yay, Trump, no. Everybody's happy and unhappy at the same time. Turkish, US, Japan. That trade would have won with some patience. That was a good trade. I should have took that. Would have got in. Would have got in about there. It's only 1.3a, but anyway, good to know. Here we've got a head and shoulders in play, which we can take. We've got a big bullish rejection candle, and our take profit is going to be down here somewhere. So if we draw in the trade, like if we were going to go right now, I'd go here, a bit of a stop loss, and probably the best we could get safely is that. There's a 4-hour neckline going down here, and you see how it is respected, 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 respected. That means on the way down it's going to be respected, which means by the time we get to our profit, it's going to be, if it keeps on getting respected, possibly way over there, which is in 11th of February. We are now the 4th of February, and this trade will lose its power on 1 a.m. on the 6th of February, so Friday, where it's Wednesday right now. So most likely we could only hope for to hit that line. Should write this down. Need a new pencil, new paper. So I'm not too keen on trading 2-year notes anyway. US 2-year note, because of when you haven't got any leverage. Okay, so that's something to look at. German bonds. Could that be hey, I'm looking for some kind of a reversal. I'm not seeing anything. Carry on. US CAD. I mean, you could call that a 4-hour head and shoulders, but like there. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and possibly another shoulder here. I'm gonna say that's another shoulder probably. I'll just put on here 4-hour and change it to a normal neckline. That is 1 hour that I did, or a 15-minute. So there's a 1 hour head, shoulder, head. That'll be the other shoulder there. We've got a break, retest, and an entry signal at midnight last night. So this looks doable. So we'll put our stop loss above that last rise, and we could easily reach that. There's a neckline there, so we'll just do just short of that. That gives us a 2 to 1. We'll just note the entry candle. And that would give that would also be a 6.18 fib retracement on there, probably. It is 6.18 there, 0.618. So, which is that neckline. Should we be a bit greedier? No, I'd prefer to just get my money and be happy. This is a good trade, because I expect to go down there, hit that, boom, come up again, and away we go. I could do a limit order at, it should be, I mean, we should be technically at the bottom of that candle, but we can just go in where we are right now. So let's bring up our trading. So this is our best one, is US dollar, US Canada. I'm not going to enter yet, because maybe we'll find a better one. We're going to give this a 9 out of 10 on the paper. Okay, next, we're going to get through the list as fast as we can. Euro Aussie. See, this one reckon is going to go down to this candle, but just really struggling at this point here. Is it going to reverse up? I mean, now you could, okay, let's just get rid of that giant trade. You could say now that it's, that's a head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, and there's a break. There's no retest though, so it could be a trend line break. I am not going to do anything with that. I mean, that's a pretty good bullish. Wait, zoom in. Zip. Bullish engulfer. And is it? We go from here to here. Is it 39 bars? Follows all the rules. Let's paint it in. Just below that inefficient candle, and target's up there, so I'll just go a bit short. So give it a 3 to 1. That's a good one too. I'm gonna get that 7 out of 10 because it's going against the trend. Okay, next. Shoulder, head, shoulder is a bit messy. And that's a 4-hour neckline from earlier. And that gives us a break, a retest, and an entry candle. That's a weekly trend line right behind it, which works in our favor. And target would be, I mean, that up there. This 4-hour neckline could be, look, it's already stopped lows. It could work against us, but we can probably get into profit before that gets rejected off again. Let's have a look how it's done. So respected, 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 break. So it's like a 1 break. We could call that respected. We'll just say 3. 1, 2, 3, break. That's like so it's like a breakthrough. It's 3 bounces, and then I would call that a consolidation, and then a break. So on the way back up, we've got 1 bounce already. You could call that a bounce. 2, 3. We're going to have another bounce before we go full up. That's a Rust 2000. Now I need to give that a news a level. I mean, I like that we've got that inefficient candle as the entrance, as a target, and this pretty much reaches, that's almost that. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10, or 8 out of 10, because why do I like it more? I do like the weekly at the bottom. I don't like this one, this 4-hour neckline, head and shoulders. Okay, next, let's just zoom back. I've got a neckline there already, which is this one, and we had an alert for breaking it, but it's broken it and gone back again. I'm just going to get rid of that. Yes, there's no reversal, easy there. This one we're expecting it to go up to there. I could just buy a trace back. See, there was a good place to get in yesterday, 5 p.m. Whoop. But you don't know if it's going to do another surge and get up to target, or give up. So we want the giant fat head. This is my little tiny shoulder, my giant fat head, and little tiny shoulder, and I'm just gonna delete that. There's all these lines that want to come down, this strong consolidation line. These are like orders that didn't get filled, just waiting. Why did the pound shoot up across the US? When is it gonna reverse? It's just flat right now. Euro Japan, flat as. This is a continuation head and shoulder, which I'm not 100% sure on, because it's going down. Head and shoulders, beep, beep, beep. I mean, you could do that as a head and shoulders, and it's already hit then. Like if you said that this was the shoulder, look, shoulder, fat head, shoulder, and then it would already be at profit probably. Yeah, boom, take profit, be there. And that one would have been more believable because it's already been there. I should have took that head and shoulders, but I didn't. I guess I'll leave that in there. I'll just leave it. Nothing else to do. Looks like Batman head. Look, shoulder, Batman ears, and another shoulder. I've already drawn it in. No room to get to profit because profit's down there. Not 100% trade. There's a 15-minute one apparently here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And it actually hit, look. Took a long time. And then got stopped out by that trade, so not good. Delete, yes. Back to 1 hour. Could be a 1 hour W. Is that a 40% retrace? I mean, if we call that the top and that the bottom, to 50%, yeah, it's okay. So we could go in and go there, 1 to 1, and we'll get back up again. It's not a good trade. I'll just label it as low quality W. Low quality W due to 50% retrace. It should be like a 40 or below to be a high quality. Next, another W. And if we just do the bodies, it's a 50%. Oh, it's like a Yeah, it could be 40% retrace. I don't like that wick though. It's not a. I mean, nah, because this is the downtrend. Zoop, and even that's a giant wicky candle. I'll put that as a low quality W as well. 2 wiki W. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And we're too late to actually get it, so it would only get up to there. I mean, that's actually quite good with a run up. To put that down a bit and do this up to 1. It could go in with a limit order, but I don't like it. I don't feel it. Head and shoulder could be a 15-minute head and shoulders. Need you run down? No, it's not. It's just a run down and a indecision consolidation. So this is a giant one. We expected it to get down to full here, but it's only got down to halfway of that little run up, and now it's going up again. So do we have a reversal upward? There's our shoulder, head, shoulder, break, kind of retest. So I'm trying to learn patience. I'm looking at these trades. I'm not just going to go on every single trade that I see and go, yay, let's get it. Can go up to there maybe. It's at 2.98, that's nice. As Euro Hong Kong. Okay, next. That was a good 15-minute one. Boom. I had not got a stop out and then it went up, of course. How the market loves to batter the poor retail traders. No reversal there. Here's a nice one. Run up. Hey. I like this one. I've run up. If you ignore those wicks, it's a shoulder, head, shoulder. And it's a, what do you call that thing? Quasimodo, because it's sloping down. I'll just put ignoring wicks here. It's in the middle of a giant daily zone. Daily value zone. Ignoring wicks. So we could add an alert on this. Let's do the trade in anyway. Do a nice aggressive stop loss. Try and hit the bottom of that candle. We've got that entry candle. Now is the next boost going to be down or up? You could use that as an entry candle in fact. Without waiting for another one, and it's got to be 22 bars from there to the top to there. I did not measure bars, did I? Where's the measure distance one? You can just measure. 41 heaps. So that is a valid Quasimodo head and shoulders. And we've got lower high, lower low, consolidation. So indecision consolidation. So I'm gonna put here indecision consolidation. Decision consolidation. I'll write it down. US Singapore. I'm gonna put 6 out of 10 because I don't think it's that great. It's like a, if we zoom out, why is this value zone so giant? Oh, there's 2 other values. Okay, let's just grab that one and delete it. We've got other ones here. Let's grab all the giant tiny ones and just grab that one, that tiny one. Wait, I can't see if that was tinier than the one I just deleted. Let's undelete the other one. Undo, undo, there you go. Take off automatic and let's zoom. Okay, so this one is way too big. Let's get rid of it. Let's keep the skinniest one there. Happy. Bounce right off it. Is it going down again? Who knows? Let's zoom in. There are so many others inefficient candles that have not been marked. So you could call this shoulder and shoulder. Shoulder could be an inverted one as well. So who knows? I've got a 4 hour. Could be a 4 hour head and shoulders right here. Pushing it back up to the top. So I don't really like it. I'm going to change it to 5 out of 10 because of the 4 hour going the other way. Next, that didn't do very well. That's Euro 50. It's just very choppy right now. Gold Canadian. Look, I should have taken that look. That was Friday, last Friday, 9 p.m. So it's gone down, it's gone up again. I would say, yeah, that's a good head and shoulders, right? It never had a retest though, so it's not going up. But it'll be interesting to see will it go to there. When you get to that, it'll probably get up there. I'm not betting on it. So any chance of shape like that, we know it's gold. No entry. Another 15-minute that did not go according to plan. Look. There's a head and shoulder reversal. Easy to see after it's happened, right? Could use that as a shoulder or that. If we do that, it's more level and you get 2 shoulders. 2 shoulders the same height, roughly the same size. Let's go without the wick. So I reckon they probably get to that candle. We could go in now. Got plenty of pushing up happening. So that would give us 1.48. It has not had a retest. So it's just like a push up, boom, push up. This is gold. I'm looking at gold again. I should have seen it from the shape. Gold euro. 5 out of 10. Because we're in a bit late. See, this is a continuation, inverted head and shoulders. It's gone up. I could use that tiny thing as a shoulder. use those tiny things as shoulders. And we'll even use the wick. So I like this one, and it's Quasimodo. It's got plenty of up pressure. It's a continuation which is not in my rules. But at the same time it could reach that level. And we go in now, we're on this, so we set it below that pivot. There is a candle, inefficient candle from a long time ago. Let's see where it's from. Wow, it's from like years ago. Let's go to the weekly chart. Probably there, September. Oh no, we're up here right now. Wait, let me just unhook. So last time I was up here was 2023. So this is Aussie US. So Aussie's getting the highest it's ever been. So that's good. I can buy more stuff from US. Yay. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 because it's a continuation. Let's see if we can get through this list. How much further have we got to go? 73. Ah, so far we're not even a quarter of the way. Ah, we're up almost half. Okay, we are a quarter of the way. Let's just delete all of that. So this is a Trump trading window that turned out to be, I didn't need it. And that was a 4-hour W. So I blacked out the news because of Trump, and then that was a beautiful one. Look at that. Bomb, retest and entry. That's a classic. That is a textbook Head and Shoulders. I wish I did it. And now we've got, what is this thing? Is it a W? No, it's just a big mess. This one we expected to go up to there, but it only went up to, it seems to go like halfway through these runs. So like whatever that, what this is, it's halfway. Okay, but now what's it gonna do? It's probably gonna come back down again, right? Could this be a, I'm happy because the the government is shut down, the US government, so it means no news. Although it did stop me out of a trade last night, so I don't know what's going on. That's perfect. Look, it's got this, it's got that. Let's give it a, if it closes below, I mean that's not a close below. Let's get an alert. Price crosses down. Once per bar close. Break. So that's, they were waiting for that one. CAD Chiff. This one, look, with our take profit was 1.5 pips too low. Let's get rid of that because it's old news. Now, is this something? Not really. I mean, technically you could say it's a Head and Shoulders, but doesn't really have that. I guess, look, that trend line happens to hit that bottom, so maybe get rid of this one. So price crossing down on bar close, break and close. We're just setting up alerts. Now I've got to actually watch the alerts. There's little tiny ears, little tiny shoulders. Have I looked at this? Oh, it's gold again. Gold, it's the same. It's deja vu, man. So probably can reach that. to 1.2. So we've got gold Japan, ZAL, Japan, 5 out of 10. There's a US gold, it's the same. I've got to choose which one I find the best here. Little shoulder, big head, little shoulder. Probably could reach that little bar. So I would expect gold Japan to beat, to preview gold US. Let's just add gold Japan on there, or gold Aussie even. I mean, it's just lower because it's Aussie dollars. Is it? No, actually the US is actually going up before the Aussie is. So the US is going up first. Here, look. Oh no, here Aussie went down first, US went down. It looks like, yeah, no, here Aussie started going up first. It's tricky to see. So here's an Aussie down, but it's basically the same time. So there's no looking into the future. So sad. Okay. Okay, this is the 10-year US note. I don't know, just noise. Maybe there's a 15-minute reversal in there because you've got to run down. Do you have a clear head and shoulders? Not really. That's a clear one. So lower low, a pullback, a lower low, and then a higher low. It's already had its break, it's already had its retest, it's already had its entry. So we can just grab that. Reach that candle. This is pound Hong Kong. We'll just go below that. Up to the candle. Maybe 1.5 pips below it. So this seems like a pretty strong line. There's a line here that's a weak line. I'm just looking at roadblocks. I'm going to call that weak because it has some touches, but that's it. Touch, 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 and then back in line. Nobody can see. And then we've got this line, which we're on right now, which is our neckline basically. Neckline's broken. What about this horizontal line? Neckline also broken. So this is a good, I like this pound Japan, pound Hong Kong. Hong Kong, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. Because it's pretty textbook. It's got an inefficient candle for the entry, so that's my favorite trade right now. CAD Japan. Nothing. Nothing. That one didn't make it, obviously. How far did it get? Oh look, halfway up here. Halfway up there would have been fine, but then it's not a good risk to reward ratio. Get rid of that arrow. So now you could call this, if that's 30 candles, yeah, you could call this your trade now. No, because that is higher than this, so it's not a head and shoulders. So ZAL Aussie again. Do we like ZAL Aussie? I mean, it's probably pretty good to winning 1%. I doubt ZAL's gonna and gold's gonna shoot down again. Zhao. I got a pen. No. Aussie. What are we going to give it? 6. I might take one Zhao, but I feel more comfortable with that pound Hong Kong one. Euro Aussie. Head, shoulder, crappy shoulder, and a shoot down. Now we're hitting this. This is the value zone. It's like dipping into it. There's a lot of strong reactions there. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then nothing. It's not a strong reversal. Let's just leave it. That might be a reversal soon. Also might be a reversal. Aussie Hong Kong. Didn't enter that, and that was good. And let's got the same thing. What should our target have been? So we were, let's see where we were. We were right on the bottom of that. But if we would have gone for the middle of that, we would have been fine. Okay, now we know. So let's hit this value zone again and as inverted, but I missed it already. That was 1 p.m. yesterday. I should have took that. Aussie Kiwi. I'm just gonna delete this. I mean, there was a head and shoulders, but we missed it already, so nothing to do now. Chiff. That one would have worked. So you could get in late. Could have got in late, but I didn't. Here we go. This is a one, two, three. Is that going to be a reversal? It's the shoulders are too skinny. I'll just put it on my alerts anyway. If it crosses up and close, break and close, shoulders too skinny. Euro Singapore, this is the one no, that's another one that I should have. It didn't reach the inefficient candles, so that's it. And I was aiming for the second one. It didn't even reach the first one. It did reach, there was one here that it reached, the first one. So the lesson is, that could have been 7%, 7.5% for me. And I didn't enter because of the sentiment and trend. Would have been good. I think that's stored in my, let's go to my demo trades. In fact, so this is Euro Singapore. There it is, trade 17. So we should let's update that with this photo. I'll just put in here original target. And then we can put here inefficient. Candle hit. Let's just save that for my diary. Move up. Move that up. Beautiful. Snapshot. Please update. update. Which book, which trade is it? 16. Trade 16 with this pick would have been fine, but it only hit the first efficient candle. I had targeted the third. So again, news sentiment just means choose a more modest target. New sentiments being against us. That's a great. Delete, 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 delete. And here we got a new Head and Shoulders. Whoa. Is it going to be a 15-minute or a 1 hour? That's a shoulder, and this is the shoulder. And target is up here. That inefficient candle. And it's Quasimodo, so we can enter with a bullish signal confirmed on any candle. Motor entry, but we've got to wait for that actual candle to get in. Stop loss just below him. Put 1.5 pips below, so that gives us 1.84. That's a good deal. That's the funk. There's a Head and Shoulders. It's a head, shoulder, head. That could be a shoulder, head. But no, it's not the shoulder yet. Let's just carry on. Wow, this one went break, close, retest, entry, bam. But too late now. And probably it will only go to, like there maybe. I'm gonna try and be conservative and go there. I've done it the other way around with the reverse button. Beep. I didn't want to reverse. Reverse. So probably target's gonna be there. And stop loss gonna be there. And that can shrink back down, thank you. Okay. Too late to enter now. Too late to enter now. And when was that? When was this? That was 6 a.m. See, if I was trading at 6 a.m., I would have got it. But I was not. I was sleeping. Next. Pound US failed. Is Pound US on our list? No. Pound Singapore, we did this one and we failed, so we've got to update it. We entered this, and the reason we failed is we did not get a good entry candle. Which one is it? Pound Singapore? No, CAD Singapore. I might have got the wrong. It's listed as Pound Singapore. No, that is CAD Singapore. It's similar. Okay, so we didn't enter this one. We entered CAD Singapore. So we can just delete that and not worry about it. Bop, bop, bop. Hadn't drawn this in for until I enter. This is the one I entered and failed. CAD Singapore. And I entered with real money. Please. Which number is it? 21. That just gives us more info. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So that was a bad trade. And I didn't follow the rules because that, when I was entering, it would look like a bearish engulfer. And then I didn't wait for the candle to finish. And there's a rejection on this line here, which is that 4-hour neckline basically. So bad trade, bad trade. Now is it going back up again? $26 bars, so this has to be a 15-minute trade. There and there. 15 minutes reversal. And there's an entry there, but it doesn't seem to have any power. I'm just put in here no power decisiveness shown. Okay, back to 1 hour. Zhao Schiff, another Zhao. I don't know why I'm annotating them all. Which one feels better? They've all got the same. I guess we can decide later which one we like better. By how much risk to reward there is. 116. Singapore, Japan. And there's some kind of reversal happening there and a long trail up, but we're too late for it. Just a mess. Reversal, but already missed it. I just draw it in for practice. I'll go with that one. That way the shoulders are more symmetrical. I don't know if that actually means anything. Let's just see if it could enter now. I guess this looks really similar to the gold. Oh, it is gold. Ah, I've got it. Okay, this one nice up, nice down, but not all the way to target. Look, how far is that? Like 3 pips from target. It could be a continuation, head and shoulders. I expect that'll go down more. I just like to draw in the trades so that I can pretend like I actually made money. Continuation HNS. Pound Aussie. So that did not work. And this is the reversal. And that would it go to target? That one wouldn't take it because it has that value zone in the way. It did get to target, look. But where's your entry candle? There's no entry candle. And now we're waiting for it to go up. That could be a 15-minute head and shoulders, but it looks pretty messy. That value zone. See, it's shoulder, head, shoulder. There's your entry candle. At what time of day is that? Midnight, of course. And target is going to be I could have made it there. I could make it there, but it's not so far. Look, it would have stopped you out already. Got to stop out. It's hard to tell with the colors. Not stopped out yet, but it's run out of power, so it just did nothing. Because by the time here it ran out of power. As you close, so it ran out of power there, you would have stopped out and got nothing. It's just deciding, sitting in the value zone, waiting for building up orders. It's going to shoot out today, one way or the other. Probably down. Delete. Two values on boing, 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 boing. That could be a 15-minute reversal. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It's not very pretty. It's Quasimodo, so you could go in there even. But target is far away. Even if we take that wick. And right now it is giving a negative candle, a bearish candle. Let's add some text and say 15-minute. Add text. 15M. Okay. Next. I think I just tried to move that. Don't move things, me. That was a nice one, and I didn't do it because CPI. Delete, delete, delete. And delete. And then nothing to do right now. That would have been a good one, look. Your entry would have been there. At the top of that. Would have made 1.13. Right now there's nothing. New Zealand, Japan, copper. Too late again. Now why am I not seeing these trades until late? That was 10 p.m., 11 p.m. last night. That was yesterday, so I should have seen it yesterday. Entry candles there. Stop losses here. Could it make it all the way to that? I mean, this doesn't seem to even want to go to that target. Never mind this target. It's interesting, those inefficient candles are not that much of a magnet as I would have expected. Euro alert tier Turkey. It's hard to tell because the candles are so broken. Could I do a 15-minute head and shoulders on that? That's a head. Yeah. I mean, it's the top. It's a mountain range. That's higher than that, so it's not a head and shoulders. Euro New Zealand could be a 15-minute. No, it's just instability. New Zealand, Hong Kong. Yeah, see, New Zealand sentiment's bullish, so we need a really good signal to enter, and we didn't get one. Delete. I got back to the beginning. Woo, we got through all our trades. Thank you for watching. Now we go to the side. We've got US CAD. Which one are we going to enter? I gave this a 9 out of 10. And now we're even better, look, because we go in here. And we're using this as a stop loss, so this gives us a 5.8 to 1, but we haven't got the entry candle. We've got that entry candle, and we've got this neckline at the bottom. Let's add another alert for an entry candle. Add alert candle signal. Bearish confirmed. Once per bar. So if we get another alert, then maybe. I'll just write on here. I'll put US CAD as 9 out of 10, but I'll put waiting for new entry candle. And then we've got also 9 out of 10 is pound Hong Kong. That sounds like more my time frame. That gives us a 2 to 1. Got a weak line there. Let's check this. Let's go to the live. Let's hit live. I'm thinking of longing pound Hong Kong. Please check the news and for sentiment, blockers, and upcoming to note. Note that the US government is shut down. I'd still like to know about a I still like to know about US news, but it won't actually block us. So going back to the trade, this would be the entry candle, right? That's a good entry candle. That's a good entry candle. That's a nice one because it's like 3 big engulfers. 3 big entry candles. So we're happy about that. Let's check the news. Let AI process it. What else have we got? That's the only one that's 9 out of 10, so this is the only trade we're taking today. Okay, upcoming events. Non-farm payrolls USD is probably not going to happen tomorrow. Pound tomorrow 10 p.m. so that's miles away. We are Feb 4th, yes. No sentiment. It didn't give me sentiment. How about sentiment? Neutral with low confidence, so just nothing. You're doing sentiment for pound Hong Kong US. No recent drivers waiting. Bullish strong ISM manufacturing beat. Okay. So what does Hong Kong bullish mean? It means this is going to go down. It's against us. I think it's good. I think we should bet $100 on this. Let's go. We're currently here. I'll convert it into a limit order. I want to bet percent of balance. I'm going to risk 1% of our account. which is, it doesn't tell us what it is. I can use $1,000. Ah, yeah, it's 1%, $100 anyway. It's like $94. So we put our limit in. Okay, let's trade. That's exciting. I should not be breathing so hard. Just relax, and I put in the trade. Please log it. Log it. I've added it as a entry order. Lord, please bless my trade. Amen. So, what have we got to get out of it? I'm going to go from here to here. So we should be out of it by... Grab that there. And there's some British pounds coming up there. So we've got to get up by 9 p.m. We'll just put a vertical line there. Close trade before the British news, and we'll put a alert on it. This can go now. That's perfect timing, eh? Close trade before UK news hits. There we go. If we win, we get $189, and if we lose 94. Done. Okay, thank you for watching my show. I will also, that's about it. Woo.